Like, is there something that you identified where it's like, maybe we should have done something there?
I would probably, if sort of like nitpicking a little bit, but obviously, well, not nitpicking, but like just to, to make sure that it's a complete team. Obviously, the starting pitching was the thing. You obviously hope that you can get sort of a Jack Flaherty, but I think you probably have to give up a lot to get him, even though he's the rental. You look at the second base situation. Like, what do you do over there, right? Like, because I think Dustin Pedroia said it before on a podcast. He was like, "Yo, if you don't turn a double play, like you're not gonna be on, you're not gonna be a playoff team. Like you gotta turn a double play." And the Red Sox are at the bottom of the league in being able to turn double play. So you look at that situation over there, and you're like, like could that have been an upgrade? Possibly, but ultimately, I think they're going to get by with their pitching because they do believe in the pitching in the format that they haven't had in recent years.
I know that, like, deadline day, everyone kind of gets crazy on baseball Twitter, and there was one tweet about Roman Anthony getting scratched, even though he wasn't in the lineup anyway, so that's not getting scratched. Marcelo Meyer, I think, came out of the game after one AB, so everyone kind of just goes crazy. In your mind, how many of the Red Sox prospects are actually untouchable? Is that going to get out of here? That's out of here, Julian. That's a 3-run ball for Raffy.
You knew it was going to happen.
I mean, this dude, some of the swings that this guy takes, when he goes the other way, they look like they could be pop-ups, and then they just keep going.
He looks like he gets beat consistently, and the ball just continues to go.
Last year, right? Like, that's what he was just so pull happy last year, but then he lowered his hands, did all this stuff, and you're seeing a different guy, man. Like, this is just like peak Rafael Devers, like mature Rafael Devers. It's incredible to watch.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking to Mo Vaughn on the podcast, I don't know, 3-4 weeks ago, and he was talking about lefty hitters at Fenway. He's like, I don't know why more lefties don't go the other way at Fenway. Like, the monster's right there. Like, they for whatever reason, we didn't see it a lot. We saw it a lot with David Ortiz. But, like, look at that ball. Like, it looks like he got jammed.
That's 96 up by your neck.
Yeah.
And you still get it out of the park.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
That looked gross. That close-up angle there. But it ends up going into the second row of the monster seats.
Crazy.
To a Padres fan. What the hell that guy is doing here? But anyways. Top of the fourth here on Unobstructed Views. Rafael Devers just hit a 3-run bomb on a pitch that was up paint in and put it over the monster. It was something to behold. Something else to behold was the career of this man. The Rocket, Roger Clemens, 7-time Cy Young Award winner, Roger Clemens. First of all, let me just say it's an honor. You probably don't remember. We met last summer. It was a great moment for me. It was probably very forgettable for you. But just want to say, huge fan. So thank you for joining us.
Appreciate it, brother. Yeah, thanks for having me. I appreciate it, guys.
Anytime. So you are, and this is something that you've done many, many times. You're doing an auction to face you in batting practice at Fenway Park, and with all the money going to the Jimmy Fund.
Yeah, thank God for ice, guys. For me out there still chunking it in there.
You still got it, though. Didn't you pitch? You pitched in Steve Buckley's game a few years ago. Like, you still got it.
Hey, listen, I had the ice for 3 days. Yeah, there's some great video right there, boys.
There it is.
Yeah, so some of the guys bring their business team. Some of the guys brought their Little League team. And like I said, are you kidding me? First of all, it's fun for me because I get to get back out there on the bump at Fenway. And then, you got to take batting practice at Fenway Park, guys. I mean, it's ridiculous. I go up there and make the guys nervous by saying, you're standing right where Ted Williams and Yaz and Babe Ruth. I mean, there's so much history. And I got to be like, they talk about pressure pitching in your kids' pitch game where you got to hit people's bat. Sometimes you got to try and hit people's bat for them.
I was going to ask, did you ever brush anybody back?
You had to have.
Oh, one guy had a bet that he'd make a nice donation to my foundation if I would buzz somebody. So I gave him a little chin music.
There you go.
And it's a great deal of fun. The Jimmy Fund's been great over not only the years I've been retired, but when I was active, especially there in Boston, I've stayed in touch with those guys, and it's so cool that they help out my foundation. We just celebrated 30 years of the Roger Clemens Foundation. We help at-risk children, and we do stuff with all the 4 teams that I played for, obviously in those cities too. But yeah, we're right here at home in Houston, and I'm going to jump a plane and get up there in a couple weeks, and we're going to knock out a couple of the ones that the auction winners won last year and the year before that. And yeah, so just get on it. We'll have a great time. I'm throwing some pies in there. It's like home run derby, and you get a little goodie bag, and I think you come back. You get to come back, and the Red Sox put you in a suite for a game. So it's a great package, and like I said, I love doing it. I look forward to this as much as I do. Let's see, Tahoe, when we get to go play at Lake Tahoe on NBC, that celebrity event out there, and we do that for our foundation. So this at Fenway Park doesn't get better than that, guys.
The starting bid is $5,000. It's for a great cause. It is more than what I thought it was. I mean, if the Red Sox are getting in on the action to sweeten the pot, that's really incredible all around.
Yeah, they have to. They have to. So
right here, Kaylee, we have a tweet from a disgruntled Red Sox fan. It sounds like.
Yeah. Hi, Steve. We love to put your tweets on this broadcast, so keep them coming. Where do you actually think the Fenway Coke bottles are now? If you had to guess, where are those things?
So we went up to Portland, Maine to visit the Sea Dogs in the Big Three about a month and a half ago. And there was a rumor that the Coke bottle on the top of their Green Monster was the Coke bottle from Fenway that was originally there. And we kind of asked around, we were asking some of the grounds crew members, and they confirmed not the original Coke bottle. But that was the theory, that was the myth. So I don't know. I don't know where the actual Coke bottle is from atop the Green Monster.
There's got to be, I mean, like a multi-billionaire Red Sox fan that just probably wanted these, and he's keeping them somewhere on the farm, so to speak, right? Because where do you keep these? This isn't something you could just put in your den.
So my question to you, Lenny, is if you have that as a piece of memorabilia, are you a giant Red Sox fan or are you a giant Coca-Cola fan? Because if you just have a giant bottle of Coke in your house, people are going to see that. They're not going to be like, oh, is that the Coke bottle from Fenway? Or are they going to be like, oh, that's sick, you have a giant Coke bottle in your house?
Yeah, I feel like you'd have to be a huge Red Sox fan. So you have to maybe
You gotta love Coke, though.
Yeah.
You can't be a Pepsi guy.
You've got to frame it in a way where you don't just place it somewhere in a barn, right? You've got to have maybe a light tower.
Yeah.
Maybe a fake light tower or something where they attach it to. You got to frame it to where the surroundings are kind of Fenway green, maybe.
Sure.
Right? I've got some seats in my den, and I painted the whole base Fenway green, same as the Monster.
Like that.
So you know, okay, this fits.
Yeah.
It looks like a little mini Fenway Park.
I have Fenway Park seats in my house.
Like the red and blue ones?
The red ones.
That's what I have.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, number 3 and 4.
I have 3 and 4.
High five.
We're the best.
There we go. I got to get Poppy to sign my seats. 3 and 4?
Yeah.
Right?
I bet you he would do it.
I think he would.
He's signed a few items in his day. Yeah.
Yeah. I do like that song.
So you are
Hold a special part right in my vocal cords.
Bronson Arroyo now?
Yeah, that's me. You don't recognize me. You know the guy with the dark hair right there.
Okay, yeah,
See,
yeah.
that's me with the diamond, little yellow diamond. That's a Lemonheads t-shirt I'm wearing.
Wait, so is this like...
This is us making Tessie.
Wait,
we sang backup. We played maracas.
This is the Dropkick
tambourine.
Murphys?
Yeah.
Original recording.
Yes.
You were on that.
Yes.
Why didn't you tell me this?
I thought you knew.
How would I know
listen,
this?
this is back in 2004 when record stores were still a thing, right? So
Yeah.
you could go into a record
Newbury
store.
Comics, shout out.
Newbury Comics. I went there a few weeks back.
Yep.
Guess what?
What?
They don't have records. They don't
Depends-
have CDs or anything. They have
is-
records, but they don't have the same selection that they had back in 2004 when I used to go there every day.
Correct. Yes.
But yeah, we went in.
When did you record it? Like April?
I think it was June. I think we recorded it in maybe June. It came out in July.
It came out on
Jeff
the day
Horrigan.
of the fight.
Exactly,
July
the
24th,
Veritas fight.
2004.
Yeah. So we went in. I was a music fan back then. They knew that. Jeff Horrigan, Charles Steinberg. They said, "All right, you're a music guy. You play guitar. Would you like to come in and sing backup on this song?" We didn't. We had no idea what it was going to be. I'm like, heck yeah, Dropkick Murphys. Go. So we sang during the chorus. We played maracas.
I did not know this.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
In the CD store back then, when you'd go in there, there'd be this little yellow tag and
Yeah.
it Dropkick Murphys. This is the single Tessie, and have featuring so and so, Lenny DiNardo, Bronson Arroyo, Johnny Damon. on the actual CD. It was a yellow sticker, which I thought at the time was the coolest thing ever.
You're blowing my mind right now.
I sang on Tessie.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
I didn't know Arroyo was on it. I mean, like, he was like putting out his own albums at the time. When I just saw that video, I thought for sure that you guys were recording your own version of it.
No, that was the actual recording of Tessie. He came out with his album Covering the Bases, I think, a year or two after that.
Yes, a lot of like
Yeah.
Pearl Jam-ish hits on there.
Yeah.
But wow.
Yeah.